Hello, Brickman here, and I think it's time we're done using speculation videos to compensate for the lack of news updates for LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, so farewell. But I mean, there is still stuff to talk about, and that's going off of what we know and what we have yet to know. So today I'm going to be talking about what I'm worried for in the upcoming game LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. Number 1, my absolute biggest concern, Slave Leia will no longer be able to dance as she did in the complete saga. Oh wait, wrong script. My biggest concern is the effect that the implementation of free roam will have on the level layout. In other words, let's look at this piece of news that we already know. The scene originally covered in the complete saga in the form of the iconic level titled Negotiations has been confirmed to be reiterated as a moment of free roam in the Skywalker Saga before the first Phantom Menace level begins at Naboo. I've also heard news that other scenes such as the Rancor pit will be free roam, and what this tells me is that TT Games may not be shying away from including key moments of the film in the form of free roam that takes place in between levels. Why I don't like this is mainly because it takes away from the replayability of the game. Some major reasons that the complete saga and other OG LEGO games became icons of people's childhoods was because those games were very replayable, where you could go in and select any level to play the game the same way you did the first time as many times as you want. Free roam in between levels does not offer that same value. Only actual levels are replayable, and so when you go back and free play levels like Jabba's Palace and the Pit of Carkoon levels, presuming that these are two levels that are going to be included in the game, then suddenly you're left missing the Rancor pit. On top of this, having scenes portrayed during free roam segments instead of a level simply degrades their quality, and they're not as fun or as exciting as they could be. So therefore, I'm really hoping that free roam focuses only on the smaller moments of the Star Wars films and leaves as much as possible for the main levels of the game. The second thing that worries me the most is the voice acting. Months ago, people were saying they were worried that the game would have any voices at all instead of the classic LEGO game mumbles and grunts. However, the game has since been confirmed to certainly be including voices, hence this clip.
They told me they fixed it.
And I'm actually totally fine with this. If they're making a fresh, modern game that's meant to be different than the complete saga, then yes, I want them to include the audio of the voices of the characters from the original Star Wars films. But what has me worried is that TT Games has been stating they have an established voice cast that sounds very close to the original cast. Yeah, that's great, that they sound so close, but I don't want them to use this voice cast at all. They didn't need to do that. All the dialogue this game needs is right there in the movies. I want them to exclusively use the audio from the movies in order to create the cutscenes. Therefore, if they start replacing original dialogue with their new cast, I'll be very disappointed. And additionally, I find all the original recordings that they make to have characters talk while you play the level as both distracting and unnecessary, so I'm hoping that's not what their intentions with this cast are either. Because some modern LEGO games have characters talking throughout the entire level, practically telling you everything to do. We don't need that. What I do understand is if they're using the cast for when you're in the free roam and they deliver a quest to you or talk to you in general while you explore a planet. That would be fine because yeah, they have to talk when delivering a bounty hunter or say a smuggler mission, and that dialogue isn't going to be found in the movies. I mean, as far as I know. Alright, now my third greatest concern. They don't give us the nostalgia everyone's been asking for. Yes, this game is supposed to be different from the complete saga, but we can't deny that it's that game that's the main source of attraction for this game, and people have been endlessly requesting that we get classic death sounds and mumbles and grunts instead of voice acting. Now, TT Games did do a tease that we'll be getting the Yoda death sound because so many people have asked for it, but this makes me think, shouldn't we be getting all the classic death sounds? Like, honestly, tell me, what other noise would you expect any of the characters to make when they die? There's no reason all of the classic death sounds don't make the cut. And there are some suggestions that it would come in the form of a red brick, but hey, what would be even cooler is if there was a red brick that just makes everyone's death noise sound like Yoda's death noise. I mean, come on. And as for the mumbles and grunts, well, we already discussed that voice acting will be included, but this may also be worth the red brick. Simply an extra that replaces all dialogue with grunts. Sure, the cutscenes may appear awkward because of that, but it's your choice from turning on the extra. These are just a few simple inclusions, among other stuff like maybe the Super Gonk droid and the Rebel Friend character that the Skywalker Saga should include to greatly expand its fanbase, and would be disappointing many people if it didn't. What I'm worried about, number 4, the filler, and generally what's included in the levels. TT Games has outright stated that they intend on making this game stand out as different from the complete saga as much as possible. They also reiterated that this means they're going to be making levels cover the scenes that the complete saga didn't. For example, the Skywalker Saga will now include the Gungan sub-scene in a level. Keep in mind, however, that this is the same level I mentioned before that will knock negotiations off the roster. That's why I'm worried that what this means is they're going to put their main focus on scenes like this and lose their focus on all the scenes already covered by the complete saga. But the thing is, every level in the complete saga held great value, and one would normally expect pretty much all of these scenes to be included in the Skywalker Saga in the fullest form in order to tell the story properly. But here's something I've seen numerous people mention as a worry in the comments, that this game will include the same kind of filler that The Force Awakens did. Now, trust me, this game is not The Force Awakens. TFA covered one movie in one game. This game, TSS, has 9 movies in one game, only 5 levels per film, so they quite clearly will not have any reason to be stretching out each movie nearly close to as much as Episode 7 was in TFA. But as any LEGO game does, there inevitably must be some filler in order to create a cohesive level, and what I worry about with pretty much any LEGO game is that they include filler that drags out a certain point of the movie, while the other parts of levels skip over moments from the film that you would have preferred to play through. I have my fair share of raging over stuff like this in games such as LEGO Incredibles, so basically I'm just hoping that the level layout is smoothly paced and covers all the stuff we need it to out of the Skywalker Saga. And that's because this is their last shot at doing so. I don't think we'll be getting a 3rd remake anytime soon, so that's how it be. I mean, certain levels like the Jedi Arena and the Battle of Endor would be getting their 4th remake technically. Alright, so there you have it. Those are the biggest things from LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga that worries me the most. The thing is, this game means a lot to me, as I'm sure it does to a lot of other people as well, and so it's simple things like what I've discussed that I don't want this game to fall short of. This is a game that is representing a truly beloved saga of films, and yeah, the bar is set high in many ways, and so I really don't care how long we have to wait for its release, just as long as they get it right. So now, I'm not going to be making a bunch of speculation videos on is this rumored release date correct, or is this one, and that could span into 20 different videos here, come on. But hey, these are just my thoughts, and I'd love to hear what you guys all are worried about down in the comments below, or just generally what you guys really want to see from the game, all down in the comments below. Alright, so that all being said, thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for lots more videos coming real soon. You can check out plenty more Skywalker content, walkthrough series in preparation for it, etc, etc. Alright, bye!